First, strap the zombie to a bicycle. Then, hang a piece of meat in front of it. The zombie can't reach the meat, so it keeps pedaling forward. A simple generator is created. This is the cleanest energy source in the wasteland. Zombies aren't just labor. They also emit a gas, and that gas turns out to be methane. So in the wasteland, zombies became a new energy source. The man used these zombies to build an outpost in the ruins. When bored, he'd even spar with them. He also had a job, capturing survivors who refused to go to shelters, though his methods were sometimes intense. Once a survivor was subdued, he'd gear up and restrain them, then transport them to a nearby shelter. In his understanding, the shelters were the last hope for a cure. The antidote he regularly took was produced there. The shelter was led by a scientist in a hazmat suit. He handled intake with a man and processed the survivors inside. The soldiers didn't just take the survivors, they also took the man's zombies. After all, zombies were energy, and the shelter needed resupply. The supervisor gave a new mission: capture the person in the photo. After getting the intel, the man left the shelter, staked out the location. His approach remained forceful. Opening with a blast on sight, he raised his ballistic shield, carrying a rubber bullet rifle, ready to make the capture. But just then, a woman rushed from behind a car, swung a baseball bat and attacked. Thanks to the shield, he survived. When her strikes weakened, he countered and subdued her. On the way back, the survivor began to mutate. Panicked, he drew his pistol, but something strange happened. She remained fully conscious and claimed she had medicine. After taking it, the mutation actually stopped. He delivered her to the shelter, watched the soldiers take her inside. Finally, he asked the supervisor, what was happening with that girl? Was the cure complete? But to his disappointment, the supervisor didn't answer. Meanwhile, deep inside the shelter's lab, scientists were running twisted experiments. The man didn't know. The survivors he delivered weren't being sheltered. They were becoming test subjects. They used live humans to produce serum, a serum that only suppressed the virus, not a cure.